Welcome. I want to tell you about a morning that wasn't working. I'd walk into my son's bedroom, say his name, nothing. Say it again, no response. Then it comes out. Come on, time to get up. You're going to be late. And I could feel it before I'd even finished the sentence. Not anger, something quieter than anger, a tightness across my chest, a heaviness. My body already braced, ready and expecting the resistance. I had a picture in my head of exactly what was going to happen next. He would pull the covers over his head. Then he'd grunt, the groans, elbows flying around, and my son maintaining his ground. And I walked in carrying that picture. I didn't know at the time, but I was already in conflict before a single word had passed between us. My son is a teenager. He's on the autism spectrum, and transitions have always been tough for him. His brain processes things differently. Moving from one state to another, especially from sleep, requires time that the world doesn't always offer. I knew that. I just hadn't figured out what to do with that knowing. The understanding that changed things wasn't a big dramatic moment. It was a simple realization that my son's brain processes things differently. And he wasn't being difficult. His nervous system was simply being asked to do something it genuinely needed more time for. And when I came to realize that, really understand it, the first question that came up for me was this: what kind of reinforcement or anchor am I building here? Because I could clearly feel it. Every time I went to wake him up, I walked in with a chest full of tension, a body ready for conflict, a mind already seeing the resistance. I was unknowingly teaching his nervous system this morning interaction, this time of the day, this voice means pressure. It means demand. It means brace yourself. And I was anchoring that deeper and deeper every time I went to wake him up, whether I wanted to or not. So I had a choice. Did I want that anchor to continue being negative, or did I want to build something different? And building something different had to start with me, not with him, with me. The first thing I changed had nothing to do with what I said or what I did. It was what I thought before going into the room. Before I went in, I built a different picture. Not my son groaning and resisting, not the conflict I was bracing for, but an internal reminder that this is my son and how much I care and love him. I let that be the main thing for a moment. And I felt my chest and shoulders drop, the stiffness releasing, and the sense of calm over me. I also gave myself 10 minutes before required time to get up. Not the usual rush timeline, 10 full minutes with no pressure attached to it, because I'd realized something. The time pressure I'd been carrying into the room was mine. It wasn't his problem. I was handing it to him every single time and calling his reaction difficult. So I changed the internal picture. I changed the body state. I changed the time. And then I went in differently. 10 minutes before my son needs to be awake, I go into his room. I won't say anything. I simply lie down next to him, put my arm around him. No words, no instruction, no demands. I match his breathing and I get lost, genuinely lost in how much I love my son. That's the whole thing for the first few minutes. Then gently, another hug, something he can feel. And I say, I love you. And I wait. I let that be enough. Then I hug him again. This time I start shifting my body, moving him gently from deep sleep up into a lighter sleep. One small movement at a time. No rush. Now, as he comes into a lighter sleep, I start humming, softly, nothing specific, just sound before language, letting his nervous system know that my voice is coming. Then I repeat, I love you, it's time to get up, followed by these words. I know it's nice and warm here, and as you start waking up and getting ready for the day, this makes you wonder what a beautiful day you're going to have. Then, gently, I pull the covers off and follow with, let's get up now. I then stand up first. Sometimes he stands up straight away. Others, he stretches and turns, then gets up. Important part here during this time is stay quiet, trust the process, and build good expectations in yourself that this will work. For us, the hard resistance stopped, not overnight, over days, over weeks of doing this consistently. The morning stopped being a shock and became a gradual accent for him. His nervous system wasn't being ambushed, it was being met, and something else happened that I think is the most important part. The bedroom itself changed. The space that had been anchored to demand and resistance was slowly, consistently being re-anchored to warmth, to love, to ease. So that now when I walk in, even before I've said a word, that space is already doing some of the work. And here's the part I'd like you to fully grasp. Because we built that anchor consistently, on the mornings where there simply isn't time for the full process, where I need him up and moving fast, the rapid wake up still works with almost no resistance because my rapport account, as I call it, is full. Think of it like this. Every day you pace before you lead. Every time you enter your child's world, before placing a demand on it, you're making a rapport deposit. A deposit means that when you need to make a withdrawal, a fast morning, a non-negotiable, a hard day where he needs to get up straight away, the rapport account has the ability to absorb it without the negative response of the past. Now, I want to name what just happened in my story because what I was doing intuitively and then intentionally has names, and knowing the names means you can use this in more than just the morning. What I did when I lay down next to my son, I matched his breathing, entered his world before placing any demand on it. That is called pacing. Pacing means entering someone's current experience before asking them to move from it. Next, the hugs, the physical movement, the humming, and the language that he was hearing all was preparing him for the next stage, physically getting out of bed. That is called leading. You will find it tough to lead effectively without pacing first. The order is not optional. The consistent hugs, the I love yous, the words repeated in the same space, the same way, building the same emotional association that is anchoring. And the bedroom itself being reassociated over time from a place of demand to a place of safety, that is spatial anchoring. These concepts come from NLP. I'm a trained NLP master practitioner. I hold a diploma in clinical hypnotherapy and psychotherapy, but I want you to fully comprehend. I did not fully embrace what this knowledge actually can change in a training room. I applied them every day interacting with my son in this environment because that's where the theory either works or it doesn't. And now I embrace it because this is not just a morning routine, it is a framework for any moment in your day where you are asking your child to move from one state to another. Home, mealtimes, getting out of the house, any transition where resistance appears before you've said a word. Ask yourself one question. Have I entered the experience first? Or have I placed a demand before I've met them where they actually are? That question asked honestly will show you exactly where to start. Now, I'm not going to get you to just walk away with a good idea. I want you to walk away with a result. So if you're having battles getting your child out of bed, here is what I'm proposing you do. Test it out for yourself. It may just be what you're looking for. Tomorrow morning, or when you are ready, do the exact process I just presented you. Outside the bedroom, before you open the door, check what you are taking in. What picture or pictures are you carrying? What is your body doing? Is there a heaviness in your chest already? Change the picture first. Bring love in, not the expectation of a battle. Then go in 10 minutes early. Lie down next to them. Say nothing. Match their breathing. Get lost in how much you love your child. Hug them. Let them know, I love you. And wait. Then slowly begin to guide them up, one stage at a time. Hum softly. Let the sound arrive before any language. And when they are starting to stir, use the words. You can change them later when you become proficient in the structure. I know it's nice and warm here. And as you start waking up and getting ready for the day, this makes you wonder what a beautiful day you're going to have. Ease the covers off. I love you. We can get up now. Then stand up first. Give them time to stretch and see what happens. If they get up, great. If they're still not budging, just mid-tone. Hey, I love you. Time to get up. Remember, this requires repetition until it becomes part of what you do. After some time, the bedroom and morning routine develop a spatial anchor where getting out of bed is no longer a battlefield, and your language and tone simply reinforce this new way of being. Let me know how you went. I'd love to hear your feedback. If what you've heard today is something you want to go deeper with, I want to make sure you know what is available to you. The first place to start is the Language of Influence. It's a practical ebook and audiobook built around one idea. The words you use every day are either building connection or creating resistance. This awareness highlights the one resource available to you 24/7 for any situation: your language. The link is in the description. Thank you for joining me.